In the rich tapestry of 1960s American television, the Beverly Hillbillies stands as one of the most beloved and enduring classics, a show that masterfully transformed cultural collision into pure comedic gold. The provided script, a delightful composite drawn from several iconic episodes, opens with a sequence that perfectly encapsulates everything that made the series so special: the Clampett family's hesitant yet hilarious venture into the world of luxury yachts, all at the enthusiastic urging of their ever-opportunistic neighbor and banker Milburn Drysdale. From the opening lines, where the calm and reassuring voice of Jed Clampett intones "Settle down there, don't rock the boat," the audience is immediately transported into the warm, folksy world of the Clampett clan. Buddy Ebsen, in his legendary portrayal of Jed, delivers these words with such natural authority and gentle humor that he instantly becomes the moral and emotional anchor for the ensuing chaos. His performance is never flashy, yet it radiates quiet wisdom and unshakable decency, qualities that made Jed one of television's most cherished patriarchs. The central premise of this yacht-buying expedition is brilliantly conceived. Mr. Drysdale, portrayed with comically exasperated precision by Raymond Bailey, sees the luxury vessel not merely as a status symbol but as a strategic tool to solidify his banking relationship with the incredibly wealthy Clampetts, while simultaneously creating social opportunities for the lovely Ellie Mae. As Jed explains to his daughter, "According to Mr. Drysdale, here is a bunch of high-quality young fella sails around in them boots." The audience senses the cultural chasm opening wide. Jed's sincere fatherly concern for Ellie Mae's romantic future stands in charming contrast to Drysdale's more calculating social ambitions. This duality drives much of the humor, highlighting the show's gentle satire on class differences and the often misguided aspirations of upward mobility in mid-20th century America. One of the most endearing and hilarious elements in this opening segment is Granny's steadfast opposition to the entire endeavor. Irene Ryan delivers a tour de force performance as the fiery, no-nonsense matriarch who declares with absolute conviction that Jed Hill folks don't belong on no ocean. Her terror of sharks becomes a running comedic motif that yields some of the script's most memorable lines. When Jethro tries to reassure her with the colorful assurance that even if the shark gets to you first, he's gonna think twice before he goes to gnawing on a tough little old bony piece of meat like you, Granny's reactions oscillate between reluctant amusement and renewed determination to stay on dry land. Ryan's physical comedy shines through in these moments, particularly during the chaotic scene where she gets her head firmly stuck in the stair railing. The ensuing rescue attempts by Jethro and the family create a perfect storm of slapstick and verbal wit that exemplifies the show's masterful blend of physical and situational humor. Max Baer Jr.'s portrayal of Jethro Bodine adds another rich layer to the proceedings. His enthusiastic but often misguided helpfulness provides constant comic energy. Whether he is trying to comfort Granny with his shark-related wisdom or eagerly anticipating driving the yacht, Jethro embodies the show's celebration of innocent enthusiasm unburdened by excessive sophistication. His interactions with the rest of the family feel authentic and loving, reinforcing the core theme that the Clampetts' greatest strength lies in their unwavering family bonds. Donna Douglas brings genuine sweetness and innocence to Ellie Mae Clampett. Her wide-eyed reactions to the possibility of meeting suitable young men aboard the yacht add a tender dimension to the farce. When she responds to her father's well-meaning plans with a mixture of surprise and shy excitement, Douglas captures the character's essential purity and charm. Ellie Mae's love for animals and simple pleasures serves as a counterpoint to the artificial glamour of Beverly Hills life, a recurring motif that resonates throughout this sequence. The script's attention to authentic mountain dialect is particularly noteworthy. Phrases such as "hot dog dandy plumb off your rocker" and "I reckon" flow naturally from the characters' mouths, lending the dialogue a rhythmic, poetic quality that distinguishes the Beverly Hillbillies from more generic sitcoms of the era. The cast's impeccable delivery of these lines never feels forced or caricatured. Instead, it celebrates the richness of rural American speech patterns while using them as a source of gentle humor when juxtaposed against the polished language of Beverly Hills society. As preparations for the yacht outing intensify, the naval misunderstanding begins to unfold with masterful comedic timing. Jed's impressive admiral-style uniform, sourced from a Hollywood movie studio wardrobe department, leads the actual yacht crew to mistake the humble hillbilly for a high-ranking naval officer. The crew's deferential behavior toward Admiral Jed creates layers upon layers of humorous confusion. Buddy Ebsen's subtle reactions to this unexpected respect are a masterclass in understated comedy. He accepts the mistaken identity with characteristic humility and quiet authority, never seeking the role but naturally inhabiting it through sheer presence and moral character. This sequence brilliantly satirizes social pretension and the arbitrary nature of authority while maintaining deep affection for all involved parties. Mr. Drysdale's strategic absence from the initial boarding heightens the comedic tension. Left to their own devices, the Clampetts navigate the opulent yacht according to their own practical, down-to-earth sensibilities. Jethro's excitement about taking the helm leads to thrilling yet hazardous maneuvers, including high-speed runs and sharp turns that leave the professional crew aghast. These physical comedy sequences are executed with precise timing, showcasing the show's understanding that visual humor and verbal wit can enhance each other beautifully when properly balanced. Granny's eventual grudging acceptance of the trip provides heartwarming moments amid the absurdity. Her reluctant participation, achieved through a combination of family coaxing and clever persuasion, underscores the show's emphasis on familial love as the ultimate binding force. Even when she remains deeply skeptical about ocean travel, her loyalty to the family shines through, creating emotional depth beneath the laughter. From a broader cultural perspective, this yacht adventure resonates powerfully with 1960s audiences. The era was one of significant economic and social change, with many families experiencing newfound prosperity through industries such as oil. The Beverly Hillbillies offered a reassuring fantasy that traditional rural values, honesty, practicality, family loyalty, and common sense could successfully navigate and ultimately triumph over the excesses of modern urban sophistication. Jed's careful consideration of the yacht's enormous operating costs demonstrates this philosophy perfectly. When he learns the vessel would cost $6,000 a day to operate, consume 500 gallons of oil every hour, require feeding 250 hired hands more than 600 pounds of food daily, and carry a $3 million price tag, his decision to pass on the purchase feels both wise and deeply character consistent. The script excels at weaving together multiple comedic threads. The culture clash between the Clampetts' simple mountain ways and the refined world of yachting creates endless opportunities for humor without ever descending into mean-spirited mockery. Instead, the show maintains a loving, celebratory tone that invites viewers to laugh with the characters rather than at them. This approach helps explain why the Beverly Hillbillies achieved such remarkable popularity and cultural longevity. The physical comedy reaches delightful peaks as the family explores the vessel. From Granny's continued colorful warnings about sharks to Jethro's enthusiastic but clumsy attempts at seamanship, each moment builds upon the last to create a satisfying comedic crescendo. The writers demonstrate deep understanding of comedic escalation, allowing small misunderstandings to snowball into major hilarious set pieces while always returning to the fundamental warmth of the Clampett family dynamic. Buddy Ebsen's performance as Jed Clampett deserves special recognition in this sequence. His ability to convey quiet amusement, moral steadfastness, and gentle leadership through minimal gestures and perfectly timed line deliveries elevates every scene. Whether reassuring Granny, guiding Ellie Mae, or calmly assessing the yacht's practical value, Ebsen creates a character who feels authentically heroic in the most unassuming way possible. In conclusion, this opening yacht sequence establishes the perfect foundation for the composite script's subsequent adventures. It showcases the show's greatest strengths: brilliant ensemble performances, masterful culture clash, comedy, heartfelt family values, and an unshakable commitment to wholesome, intelligent humor. As the Clampetts literally set sail into further misadventures, the audience is left with the delightful anticipation of more laughter, more heart, and more timeless entertainment from one of television's most cherished classics. The careful construction of these early scenes demonstrates why the Beverly Hillbillies continues to captivate new generations of viewers more than 6 decades after its original broadcast.